Yes, right? Salam, Israel. Okay, got you out. All right, any questions? This is the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, New York, since 1969. Teaching the truth. Right? This Bible is our book. This Bible, God of the Most High, Yahweh. Okay. All right. Is the name of the Most High. Yahweh is the name of the Most High, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. And we got to follow him. People, the 12 tribes, Israel. Okay. The so-called Negro, so-called West Indian, so-called Hispanic, so-called Latino, so-called Native, Indigenous of North, Central, and South America make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. This is the Brotherhood class. Okay. All right. Any questions?
Got it.
Go ahead.
So like, yeah, there's two different precepts. The one is Romans 14 and 10, and the other is James 4 and 11.
Are you asking a question about both of them, or is it separate? Like, is it one topic or one question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's like they're like parallel precepts, if I'm understanding them correctly. And just wanted clarification on the precepts in general.
Okay. Slacky, what's the first one?
Romans chapter 14, verse 10.
Romans 14 and 10.
I guess we could start out at verse 7.
Okay, and which one is it in James?
James chapter 4. 4 and 11. And I would probably think that one would probably more so like starting from verse 10 as well.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Read the first one.
Romans chapter 14, verse 7. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's. For to this end Christ both died and rose and revived, that he might be Lord both of the dead and living. Verse 10. But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Yahushua. If we keep reading, it goes down to verse 12, which is saying that we all give account for our own selves.
Okay. So what is it? So you want to go to 12?
Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, it seems like, for clarification, perhaps, I'm saying you would read from, 7 down to 12.
Okay, because you parallel in it, right?
Kind of like Romans chapter 14 and 10
Go to the back.
seems to parallel with James chapter 4, verse 11. And it kind of does the similar breakdown, if I'm understanding and reading it correctly.
Okay, so go ahead and read it. If
Finish off with 11 and 12.
I mean, if it's a parallel, if that's what you're seeing, or you want the breakdown, how about we just do the breakdown for each one?
Okay.
Because in the other one, you said James chapter 4, 10.
Well, yeah, starting at verse 10 down to verse 12.
Okay, they slightly different.
God.
Yeah, they slightly different. I mean, it is precepts that bring out brotherhood. Okay, but yeah. So we'll just do both of them.
Okay.
Okay. So just get the first one again.
Romans chapter 14, verse 7.
Hold on until everybody get it. All right, go ahead.
For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself.
Okay.
For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord.
All right. So we got the first part of that, right? Let's see here. Okay, everybody understands that first part. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. And then you got the breakdown of it in verse 8. Verse 8 explains it. All right. Okay, and that's what I titled the class was first you must get yourself together, right? Okay. Meaning, as a part of Brotherhood, when you come into the ISUPK, we have something in the trooper program. You become a trooper. You don't teach. The reason you don't teach is because you're growing and developing yourself. All right? You're gaining the understanding yourself and what this is all about and what this partakes, what this is. Okay? All right? So in verse 8, read it again.
Romans chapter 14, verse 8. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord.
That's heavy. Okay? What does that mean? Plain and simple. What does that mean?
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
would it be kind of like render unto Caesar what is Caesar's? So in this case, like your life is in your own life, your life is the Most High.
That's correct. You wouldn't parallel that precept, you know. But yeah,
Kind of. Well, it's like there's two folds, right? There's the physical and there's the spiritual sort of. Like in one aspect, it's like whether we live unto the Lord, whether we die unto the Lord. So we live, you know what I'm saying, thinking that, you know, our life is our own life, of course, so like our actions and everything else that we take, you know, is of our own. But in actuality, it's unto the Most High. And for us to
that's not what this precept is saying, though.
Okay.
Because verse 7 says, "For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself." Like, we're not living for ourselves in the ISUPK. We don't live for ourselves. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. You when you were saying we could be living and thinking that we live in our life, but in all actuality, it's the Most High. Not in the truth.
Well, no, it's like if like Jake in the world is walking around like, oh, you know, this is my life to live, but it's like this isn't your life. You know what I'm saying? This is the Most High life. You know
But okay, all right. But in a sense, they are living their life. This is a scripture about the truth, about being in the truth. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Like this, a Jake in the world is not thinking like this, because a Jake in the world is thinking they live in their life. And they are, in the sense that the Most High don't want you to eat pork. He don't want you to sleep with hoes. He don't want you to worship false gods, right? And you thinking, and you doing it because you live in your life. You are. You living your life. You're not living the life the Most High wants you to live. You understand what I'm saying? That's why in this scripture, the first part is talking about, this is us in the truth. The first part is talking about us. We don't live to ourselves. Like, we're not living for ourselves. We're living for the Most High. For we live unto the Lord. For whether we die unto the Lord. Okay? Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's. This is the truth right here. This is us in the ISUPK. Okay? All right? And the emphasis on death is easier to be understood than life. Why is that?
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because when you die, you know what I'm saying, that's it. There's nothing more to it, you know, from the life that you were living. Whereas in life, you know what I'm saying, there are potential actions or options. Like, I can go left, I can go right, I can be righteous, I can be wicked, whatever. But when I die, you know what I'm saying, that's the conclusion of it. Of course, you know what I'm saying, you get judged, of course, so you return, but when you die, that's it. Like,
Okay.
you don't have another chance to prove or, you know, do anything.
All right. Yep. Okay. When somebody joins a gang, right? They may take an oath to join the gang. And when they're saying to somebody, or they're expressing to people about them being in this gang, they might say, "What about death?" Shalom, right?
It's like, so death do his part. It's kind of like, you know, I'm in blood and
yeah, till death.
Right.
I'll die for this.
Right.
Okay. General Muhammad brought up something heavy. He brought up something real heavy, okay, that I heard everybody saying as well. And General Muhammad was saying it. And I was thinking the same thing that General Muhammad was thinking. General Muhammad had brought it out in class right after the Uvalde shooting, the massacre. Everybody was like, man, I'll run in there and I'll save them kids. I would have ran in there and saved them kids. I don't care if I would have died. I would have ran in there and saved them babies. I wouldn't let no mass shooter do that. What did General Muhammad say in the class?
People weren't even able to put down smoking weed.
Exactly. He said, you lying. You wouldn't have ran in there. You wouldn't have ran in there to save those kids. You wouldn't have did it. You'd have been just like those police. You would have stood right there because you can't stop smoking cigarettes. You can't stop smoking cigarettes, right? This scripture is powerful in the sense that it's saying live and die. Because everybody always say they'll die for something. Always. You always hear that. I'll die for this. Well, I'll die for you. I'll die for that. Live for that person. You know what I'm saying? Live for them. Live for the Most High. It's easy to die, like you were saying. It's easy. That's the easy part. You understand what I'm saying? We go to camp. We might die out here today. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. The difficult part is us following these laws, statutes, and commandments and living for the Most High. Living for our King. Like, that's the tough part. Okay? It's easy to just, yeah, I'll die for it. I'll die for it. Live for it. That's why this part is so heavy, because it's not only saying that you'll live for it, but you'll die for it. So what you will die for is what you will live for, and what you will live for is what you die for. And that's the truth here. You understand what I'm saying? They don't understand it until they come into the truth. Okay? I'm just trying to see. Okay. And this is great for brotherhood because chapter 14 is about brotherhood, right? Okay. Like if your brother, remember this is the chapter where, this it? Yep, verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Okay. It's about brotherhood, right? Brother do something great, get the recognition for it. Everybody's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Applaud that brother. Be great that that brother did it. And there might be another brother the next day and another brother after that, and so on and so forth. That's the truth. All right. So then when you get down to this part, it's talking about living and dying for your brother. Go ahead.
Whether we live thereof, it's like therefore, or die, we are the Lord's.
Okay, go ahead.
For what? I was like, for to this end Christ both died and rose and revived, that he might be Lord both of the dead and living.
Okay, what does that mean? Okay, just go with the first part.
So Yahushua, saying his death was so that we don't have to be put to death. Though. So the death that we would then have and take would be being dead to sin, being dead, from transgressing the law. So when we live, the same way that Christ lived, the same way that Yahushua did, by keeping the law, statutes, commandments, though. But we can't do that until we let the old man, the old person that we once were, die. Mm-hmm. And that's who Christ died for, was those who would let the flesh die and walk, after the Spirit of the Most High.
Okay. But read it one more time, the first part.
But why does that? It's like verse 9. For to this end Christ both died and rose.
Okay, it says for to this end. What does that mean? What does it mean for to this end?
Well, it's like you would go to this extent, essentially.
Mhm.
This is how far you would go. Yahushua went as far as to die.
So what is it referring to?
Physical death. Like the conclusion of, what I'm saying, of the life that, because Christ died, what I'm saying, so that we didn't have to die.
That's true, but it's also not true. Could we die? I can't.
Yeah.
Could the police be against us, the ISUPK, and we literally physically go to a war with that? Could white supremacy come up against us? Yeah.
But it's like it.
Go ahead.
It's like we have protection because of the work that we're doing.
That's true.
So we're able to live a life, I'm saying, that is like, it's like one part is cats out here who are selling drugs in the street, or I'm saying, who are doing all types of unlawful things, is always looking over their shoulder like, oh, who's trying to get me? Is it the cops, or is it the next man, I'm saying, who's trying to run my pockets, right? Whereas in here, the Israelite Street Universe Christ, now it's like we don't walk over, I'm saying, looking over our shoulder like, oh, somebody's out to get me.
I do. The reason why I'm saying that is because of this. All right. You have family members that's in the Esau's military?
Okay.
Okay. After a certain period of time, they become locked in. Right? When I say that, I mean like they have a soldier's mentality for the rest of their life. Right? In the sense like they could be it could be home. What is it called when you get released from the military? What's it called?
Discharge.
Discharge. Okay. Okay. They get an honorable discharge, right? They get their payment, whatever. All right. Get their recognition, their accolade. But their mind is still militant. Their mind is still about war. We come into the truth. That's what makes the ISUPK different. That's what we was talking about, I think, last night, right? With Guerrilla Hebrew. Okay. In the sense that we don't turn it off in here. You know, Guerrilla Hebrew can go to a club and he becomes a nigga in the club. ISUPK, we go to the club and we get boot kisses in the club. You understand what I'm saying? We wearing the shield in the club. You know? Yeah, but in the club. You get what I'm saying? We drinking, checking the brother if he all right in the club. We making sure the sister, is that a sister here? Oh, is she with us? Okay, take two brothers and follow her to the bathroom. Make sure she get to the bathroom safe and bring her so she can come back to the table. That's in the club. If I'm going to die, I want to die at camp. You feel what I'm saying? I want to die at camp. I don't want to die in my bed. You know what I mean? It's like Captain Nakai say when he said in the song, we're gonna fight over who's gonna take the bullet. You become in the truth, like this is your life. Like you don't see it as nothing but the most admirable thing and honor to die like Yahushua. And that's when it says, for this end, meaning the previous verse above it. We live and we die. The reason why we live and we die, sit down. The reason why we live and we die, it's unto the Lord, right? It's because of our dedication. It's because of our service. It's because of our brothers, because of what we believe in. And that's why in verse 9, it says, for this end, Christ, meaning Christ did it first. He did the greater thing. All right. He followed his order. All right. Both die and rose and revived, that he might be Lord both of the dead and living. Okay. What's that? What's that part? The second part.
The Lord over dead and the living?
Yeah.
So like he would have control, leadership, rule over, you know what I'm saying? Is this talking about like physical death? Or is this like spiritual death?
He's talking about physical death.
Okay.
The reason why it's talking about physical death, remember chapter 14, everybody's in the truth in chapter 14. Okay. So Yahweh Shai has rank over those that died in the truth, and he has rank over those that are still living in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, he got rank over both the dead and the living. Not necessarily that this is about those outside the truth, meaning those that are spiritually dead or Jake in the world. This not really talking about Jake in the world. This is talking about us in the truth, the ISUPK. Okay. All right. Go ahead with verse 10.
But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set a naught? It's like a at naught thy brother.
Mm-hmm.
For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahweh. Keep going.
Okay, hold on. Let's get 10. All right. But why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? What questions are being asked?
So the question is being asked is like you're charging a brother, you know what I'm saying, for some particular action, for some particular, you're charging him with something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is it a charge or is it a judge? Him judging it? Salakia. Get verse 1.
Romans chapter 14, verse 1. For him that is weak in the faith receive ye.
Him that is weak. Mm-hmm.
But not to doubtful disputations.
Yep. Okay. Verse 14 starts off, him that is weak in the faith receive ye. All right. Okay. Read verse 2.
For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs.
Okay. What's this chapter about?
It's like if I'm a vegetarian, you know, versus, you know, I'm not a vegetarian. I eat everything, of course. So you're charging a brother, you know what I'm saying, for the lifestyle that he chooses to live. But what makes you better, you know what I'm saying, for it. Like you're looking at a brother's like, oh, you a plant eater, you know. But what makes you better, you know what I'm saying, is you eat everything. So how you perceive.
But the brother that's a plant eater, he is weak. Right? Read that scripture again, read verse 2 again.
For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs.
See, that brother is weak. Why is it calling him weak?
Because he's lacking what he needs.
What do you mean?
Suck. I know Jeremiah actually just broke this down like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Eating herbs is just this happened here, but it can be replaced with different things. Okay. He's not weak because he's a vegetarian and the brother is a meat eater. All right. And then, of course, eat all things is all things that are clean and lawful according to the scriptures. Okay. You have to say that to Christians when the Christians are here to break down or whatever. Okay. The person generally that only eats herbs, that's a vegan. Why are they being a vegan for the most part? Why are they looking at it like this? And mind you, they are weak. They're the weaker brother.
It's like,
Go ahead.
from what I recall of it, it was just like, if you had a brother, you know what I'm saying, who's eating all things that is lawful, of course, versus someone that's just vegetarian or vegan, whatever, I'm saying that vegan will not have the same, strength, the same capacity, you know what I'm saying, as that brother who's eating all things, of course, though.
You're
Because
saying physical strength?
God, if you're just looking at it as a physical comparison,
Mhm.
like physically, of course, though, this brother that's just a vegan is lacking, that.
They might get us on that, though. They might try to trick us on that because they're coming out with scientific proof saying that they can eat certain vegetables or plants and things and get protein. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Efficiency that is equivalent to eating that of meat, or they say they can eat more or to a base to where it's more than what we would receive because we are meat eaters. The reason why this brother is weak is not because of he ate a salad and I ate a hamburger, so I'm stronger than him. The reason why this brother is weak is because he's thinking of it in a spiritual way. He's thinking of it as a law. He's thinking of it as a commandment or like an order. You get what I'm saying? When we talk to the rosters that we spoke to were vegetarians and vegan based and all that. Oh, why would we say that? God created a garden, right? The Most High gave us herbs and want us to eat the herbs. All of a sudden in the scriptures, then we just start eating meat. Our brother's weak. He doesn't know the breakdown of the scriptures. He doesn't know that it's lawful to eat meat. It's always been lawful to eat certain types of meat. But he's looking at it in a religious sense or a spiritual sense. You get what I'm saying? So he's like weak because of that. He doesn't know the breakdown. He's not strong enough to get past that. You understand what I'm saying? He's not strong enough to get the breakdown and understanding of, okay, it is lawful to eat certain meats. Okay, so I can eat this meat. I was like that. Before I came into the truth, I never drank alcohol before, right? I didn't drink alcohol at all. I thought it was wrong. I thought it was a sin. Okay. And then I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm hearing all these scriptures saying that it's not a sin to drink alcohol. It's a sin to get drunk. I'm seeing a breakdown. I'm like, I don't know. This is before the truth. Right? And I would be or talk to brothers as we study in the Bible, and they would drink, and I just would feel like, I don't know, man, that ain't right to drink. You get what I'm saying? I was the weak one. I didn't get the breakdown. You understand what I'm saying? I came in before the truth. I read the scriptures and looked at it and was like, it's all right for me to drink. Right? It's okay to drink. The scriptures show it's all right to drink. Get a drink. That's fine. All right? I was the weak one because I was trying to relate that to law, statutes, and commandments. You understand what I'm saying? These vegans are trying to relate it to law, statutes, and commandments. But they're the weaker brother because they need to get the breakdown and break out of that. Okay. Okay. Go ahead to the next verse.
Verse 3. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him that which eateth not judge him that eateth. For Yahweh hath received him.
Okay. What does that mean?
It's like just basically stating that you can live a lifestyle, however you choose, but it's not something that is a law or a requirement. Like something that is a requirement is us to be at the Passover, but it's not a requirement. For us to
That's absolutely right.
just eat vegetables.
Okay. Say for instance, this brother eats vegetables all the time until Passover. And on Passover, he eats a piece of lamb and drinks some wine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? What are we going to go back and forth with this brother for? Say, for instance, the brother doesn't drink. He don't drink strong. He don't drink big. He don't drink Jack Daniels. He don't go back and forth. I'm going to say something to him. I'm going to tease him. I'm going to pick on him because he don't drink. That's stupid, right? What's the point of that? It says the Most High has received us both. Okay. Check and see if that need to be picked up. All right, Zion? So when we come back over to verse 10, what is verse 10 saying? Read verse 10 again.
Romans chapter 14, verse 10. Why dost thou judge thy brother? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? For we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Yahushua.
What's it saying there? And when it's saying Christ, I'm just saying this for everybody. When it's saying Christ, the brother is saying Yahushua. Okay, you can say Mashiach if you prefer. Okay, because Christ is Mashiach. All right, in the Hebrew, and also it's to what the brother he can say it. You can say Christ. Now, when you see God, you see the brother saying Yahweh. Okay, you can say power there. This is for everybody in the class. You can say power there. Okay, or you can say Most High. You can say the power. Okay, the brother is changing it because these terms have been misconstrued. All right, 3 times. Okay, all right. Salakia, go ahead.
It's like, I guess the question that I had specifically with this one right here is to get the understanding of the judging part. Because, like,
what's this talking about, though? Verse 10.
Verse 10 is saying,
based off of what we just broke down.
No, it's like saying, that someone's wrong for, what they're doing, of course, though, when that's not really what the case is. Mm-hmm. It's not.
But in this context, what is it saying?
So you're judging them, you're judging a brother, for their actions, of course, though. And you're causing like strife, amongst your brother.
No, what I'm saying is verbatim. Verse 10. Okay, if you read chapter 14, right? Okay, we just stand with the context.
Yeah, well, it's like, why does it matter? That he makes that choice.
What?
It's not law. It's not unlawful. To eat all foods, or be a vegetarian, whatever. Vegan, whatever.
That's right.
It's not unlawful to do that.
Perfect. That's right. Okay. Right. So here in verse 10, like you saying, why dost thou judge thy brother? Okay. because somebody is judging the brother based off of, like you said, something that he's choosing to do that's not against the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Okay.
That's like wearing purple is not against the law, but in the spirit of what other people do, it is against the law.
Yeah, you don't want to use that one necessarily because there are brothers in the ISUPK that rock purple.
Yeah, it's just purple.
Right. But you don't. It's not against the spirit in the sense. You get what I'm saying? Right. We're saying it because it's something different, though. Okay. Remember, I'm saying 14 is those that's in the truth. You get what I'm saying? So when you say purple, them niggas ain't in the truth. That's why we speak about them in the way we speak about them, and when we talk about purple, because they're not even in the truth. If a brother in here wears purple, he wears purple masculine. He wears it righteously. He wears it like royalty. He wears it like ISUPK, Priest and Prophets of the Most High God, the home of the truth. One West, the only way, one way. Anybody out there wears purple, to me, is gay. Is a sodomite. I see Prince all the time. Purple, everything. And nobody convince me. I can't stand when I hear people go, Prince wasn't really just sodomite. Prince really wasn't. I'll be like, shut up. Prince is a full-blown sodomite. He's a full-blown sodomite. And he wore purple all the time. That was his signature color. Right? And we talk about it because of that very essence or reason, because that's something that we can talk about. And they wear it like who? How does IUIC wear purple?
Like the preachers in the church.
In the church, the Christian church. They wear purple like the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? They don't even wear purple like you got a gang in Syracuse that used to rock purple. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. When they used to wear purple, they wore purple with black, and they was banging, gang banging and stuff. I didn't think that they was, I did at the time. I was like, yeah, that's kind of, I thought it was a girl color. But then you would see it and you'd be like, nah, that's kind of fly. Yeah. I saw Kobe Bryant's jersey when they had it in black with the purple letters and the black with the purple brim. I said, ooh, that's hard. I can't go against that. That's hard right there. That's hard. That's fresh. But they wear purple like the Christian church. So that's outside of chapter 14 in Romans. Okay. This is for everybody in the truth, in the ISUPK, in the school, amongst the brothers. Go ahead.
Okay, so now I feel like the sentiment is just about saying, you know what I'm saying, with every brother in the school. I can't say I have, but it's like wearing the color pink. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see many brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we don't wear pink.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't ever say I've ever seen a brother rock.
That's a completely different thing. Didn't I say that? Oh, maybe that was during my radio show. I talked about that. Wearing pink. Yeah, that was during my radio show. Mm-hmm. I talked about if you see a boy wearing pink or playing with pink or using pink colors, you tell the little boy that pink is for girls. I had females tell me before, well, back in 1890 and 1910, pink was for boys. And I asked them, what ethnicity are boys? White boys. They used to dress white boys up in pink. Why did they dress white boys up in pink? Because it matched their skin. That's why. Right? We don't wear pink because pink is known. It's like the word gay. The word gay originally means happy. Right? The Sodomites took the word gay and said, we're going to call ourselves gay. And now it has a different definition to it. Right? Right. So nobody walks around and says, I'm gay in reference to being happy. Why? Because gay now has a sexual orientation to it. Okay? Homosexual. And I'm saying homosexual in the sense, this is for YouTube and Facebook. I'm saying homosexual in the sense of the biological term, the chemistry of it, the scientific term. Wow. That's madness. But you even have to say that. Because it used to be wrong to say gay. Now you're supposed to say gay. You used to have to say homosexual.
Okay.
And then they said, no, don't call us homosexual, call us gay. When it used to be wrong to say gay. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it. Yeah, no,
so verse 10 is based off of, okay, a brother doing something like he might not drink or he might not eat meat. All right. So verse 10 is just saying, but why dost thou judge thy brother? Why are you judging? And it's vice versa as well. Okay. It's vice versa as well. Because what happens a lot of times, like I was saying with vegans, the brothers that don't drink, what's going to try to come into their mind, try to come into their mind. If a brother doesn't drink, right, and he sees all the brothers in the UPK drinking, okay, what is a demon that's going to try to jump on that brother?
Start drinking?
No.
It's like that these brothers is wrong for drinking. Like they're drunk.
He's going to think that, no, not necessarily drunk, but what is he going to think? Not necessarily that they drunks, right? He doesn't drink. He's going to think that he's better than the brothers that do drink. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, kind of like,
He's going to be like, man, they drink. I don't even drink though. Right?
right.
Okay. It's not, this isn't that exact one, right? But you know what? I ain't got no rib. My brother, he got 6 ribs. I'm better than that brother because he need to go and deal with the 6 ribs. And he needs 6 ribs. Or vice versa. I got 6 ribs. That brother ain't got no ribs. I'm better than that brother. Them brothers drink. I don't drink. It could be eating. It could be going to the bar and club. You might have some brother that go, I prefer not to. There's brothers in the UPK that they don't go out. I prefer not to go to the club.
Yeah.
Right? He could sit there in his hotel room, right? While the other brothers is out at the bar or the club, and he can think to himself, and the demon can jump on him and go, I'm better than them. Because I got enough power and restraint to not go. You see, that's what verse 10 is about. Why are you judging the brother? Okay? Or why dost thou set at naught thy brother? What does that mean?
It's like set your brothers at odds. You know what I'm saying? Towards one another, correct?
At naught, meaning no. He's not, you looking at him like he's not your brother. Now you're gonna start looking at him like he's not your brother. Yeah. Not setting at odds, you're doing it. You're looking at him like he's not your brother no more. Right? Because you think that this is the truth. You think that a plant-based diet is the truth. So you're looking at these brothers like they're not in the truth. I'm in the truth, they're not in the truth. Because they eat meat. Okay? Or vice versa, you know, his brother don't eat meat. He not our brother. He ain't rolling with us. Okay, go ahead. We shall
all stand before the judgment seat of Mashiach.
Okay, what's that mean? What's that mean then? Since we here to this point.
I mean, it's like nobody, you know what I'm saying, really have. If anybody has saying, you know, anything, Christ does. Because he lived the perfect life. He lived, you know what I'm saying, he's better than all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like he's better than all of us. And because of that, he is able to actually judge us.
Okay, you got to be careful though, because Christians are listening.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're going to put that back on you. They'll say, why you keep telling me to keep the laws and statutes and all this stuff? You just said Christ did it perfect. What you telling me this for, brother? Nah, brother. I got my one wife. and that's all that I want and love. You got 3. Nah, brother, that ain't right. You can't put nothing on me. Only Jesus Christ can judge me, brother. What is the scripture saying? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, you know, that's where we are to judge in the spirit, you know what I'm saying, of Yahushua. In the same manner as Yahushua. There's a precept that hits that perfect, you know what I'm saying? It's telling us when we judge, you know what I'm saying, in the mannerisms of Yahushua.
Right.
And when Christ judged, you know what I'm saying, like he did it, you know what I'm saying, not as the Sadducees and Pharisees did it, of course, though. He did it, you know what I'm saying, you know, to help brothers and sisters.
Okay. You might be making it more, you get what I'm saying, than the context right here. All right? Because this brother dropped something heavy. So what said, it's why other camps refuse to join General Yahanna's invite to Passover. General Yahanna, commanding General Yahanna, okay? So what? You want to always try to put in there commanding, all right? Commanding General Yahanna said all camps must come back together. The ISUPK, he said that in 2010. 2009, 2010, he said all camps come back together. Come back to the One West. Come back to the ISUPK. This is the home of the truth. I'm inviting all y'all to Passover. I'm inviting all y'all to come back. But they won't. And one of the things that they'll say is, only in this context, for we shall all stand before the judgment seat of Christ, right? That's just saying, if this brother is a plant-based diet eater and you eat steaks, what is the judgment of Christ? What does he use? If somebody goes in front of a judge, what does the judge use in his judgment?
He's supposed to use the law.
He's using the law. He's using the law. So if it's under the law, we both standing in front of Christ. You understand what I'm saying? We both under the law, statutes, and commandments. So like what we were saying, it's okay if you eat salad only. It's okay that you eat steaks and salads. Be easy. This brother keeping the law? All right, it's good. Is this brother keeping the law? Yeah, he good. Go ahead.
It's like it's not unlawful to do the actions that the brother's doing, but you are holding. That's like I guess that's what I was saying earlier. You know, you charge a brother, you know, for whatever actions because in this particular case, it's not saying that you know you're having sex with heathens. Of course, you know what I'm saying. You're not doing something that's breaking the law. You're just. It's a matter of opinion or preference.
Not necessarily a matter of opinion. It's the law.
Well, no, I'm saying like if you eat meat, that's your choice. So what? You can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not unlawful for you to eat meat.
That's right.
Just like it's not unlawful for me to be a vegan.
That's correct.
But I cannot charge you, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can't judge you saying, oh, you're wrong for eating meat. I can't say that you're not my brother for eating meat because there's no law, there's no sin.
Let me tell you though, very seldom, if ever, in the ISUPK, you're going to deal with chapter 14. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Very seldom you're going to deal with a brother, you know, to where y'all going to bump heads or you're going to even consider it or think of it because very seldom you're going to, because in the UPK, this gets understood early. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It gets understood early. And we have brotherhood to where we understand that this is how brothers operate, you know, and to be brotherly to each other. I can remember somebody asking General Muhammad, I think it was last year, and maybe even been before. He was talking about brotherhood, and he was talking about a brother who is an introvert. He said he don't want to come out to the club with us. General Muhammad said, where's the sin? The brother don't want to go out. He don't want to go out. Is he going to camp? You understand what I'm saying? Is he going to camp? Is he reporting? You get what I'm saying? That's fine. That's to why. You know, if the brother don't want to go out to the club, that's this right here. And then when General Muhammad said it, all the brothers was like, concert. You know, it wasn't no need for any further breakdown of it. It was just concert. You know what I'm saying? And the ISUPK, because we look at it in a stronger sense, and in the point of the class of brotherhood. So that's perfect. Keep going.
For it is written, as I live, said the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahweh.
Keep going.
So then every one of us shall give account of himself to Yahweh, to the Most High.
Okay. Keep going.
Let us not therefore judge one another anymore, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way.
That's it. Verse 13 is the point. All right. Verse 13 is the point. Let us not therefore judge one another anymore. It's not talking about don't judge Tupac. Only God can judge me. You get what I'm saying? This ain't talking about, you know, you can't talk to the brother, or if he's doing something wicked or wrong, or we teaching the laws. It's not what this is talking about. Okay. This judgment is talking about if the brother is a vegan. That's what this is about. Okay. But judge rather that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like it's like saying, you know, them brothers, you know what I'm saying, in the club, they know they shouldn't be out there, you know what I'm saying, you know, partying like that, carrying on like that. And it's just like, nah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You want to party, have a good time, go ahead and do that.
This is the opposite, though.
Mm-hmm.
This part right here is the opposite.
Right. It's like to teach other people, you know what I'm saying, that someone's wrong for something that's there's nothing that's wrong.
This is the opposite, though. If you don't drink, this is where it becomes into practice. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. This is where this comes into place. If you don't drink Dawon Bar, and I got a drink sitting up here, and I know you don't drink, and you feel uncomfortable, I'll go like this. I'll throw my drink in the trash. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that way you can sit with me at this table, and we'll just drink water.
Okay.
That's that stumbling block. You know what I'm saying? I know this brother is dealing with this. You know, I'm not going to force it, or you know what I'm saying, or put any type of pressure. I'm not going to, if I know a brother is dealing with something, you know, but he's weak, I'm going to be powerful for him enough to sit with him in his weakness and be like, I won't do it either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some brothers might not listen to gangster rap. You feel what I'm saying? Some brothers, I don't know. I'm just using this as an example. Some brothers might not like the N-word. Because the brother don't like the N-word. When I talk to him, I'm not going to use it. When he's around, I'm not going to use it. I had to turn my mic back on. The water. And that's correct, sister. The sister said better than them. That's correct. Okay. So like, yeah, I'll check the screen as well to make sure that I'm seeing anybody bring anything in. Fort Worth, Texas, the sister Dinesha said better than them. That's correct. Okay. This is what makes the ISUPK different, is we don't want to put a stumbling block for the brother. You understand what I'm saying? All right. You don't want to force the brother out the truth. You don't want to have that on your conscience. Okay. Now, if the brother leave the truth, he gonna leave the truth. If he's wicked, he gonna leave. Right? He gonna be wicked. That was never in him. However, you don't want to be. Nigga said he don't like to drink. Oh, you don't like to drink? Yo, give me a double then. You're being an asshole. You're being an asshole. What's wrong, man? You don't want to go. You don't drink. It's delicious. It's mighty fine. You sure? Nah. He don't drink. He don't drink. Nah, he don't drink. He don't drink. You're being an asshole. It's that guy in the club, right? Because females walk by. What? You can't bitch 150? What is you doing, nigga? Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I mean? You just being an asshole. Okay? And that brother eventually is gonna feel like you, not you, I'm just saying, in general, you are a representation of all the ISUPK. And I can't be around this brother, so I know I can't be around the ISUPK. Okay? That's not what we're doing here. Okay? No man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way. All right? Okay? All right. What was the other one you said, James? 4?
In 10.
You said
4 and 11, but I was saying it's probably
go to 10.
Verse 10.
Okay. Was there any reason specifically with Romans 14, or just bringing out the 2?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both kind of talk about, judging, of course, though, and their brothers, of course.
Okay.
So just wondering if these, parallel, with each other, or they're different in its overall context.
All right, I'm gonna say now because they are different. I read James 4, and just now going through 14, it reminded me of this is the brother that's a vegan and the brother that eats meat. Okay, so we got 14 though, Romans chapter 14. It doesn't necessarily parallel though, but we're gonna go over James chapter 4. Go ahead with verse 10.
James chapter 4, verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
Okay.
Speak not evil of one another. Brethren, he that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother speaketh evil of the law and judges the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
Mm-hmm. Was that it?
Verse 12. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy. Who art thou that judgest another?
Okay. All right. These are some good precepts to go over. Because we battle. The Christian will go right to this precept. Like with Romans, if you don't go to verse 1 and verse 2, you don't understand the context of you know what I'm saying? But if you just go to don't judge your brother, like, you know what I'm saying? And they'll just stop right there. Okay. All right, verse 10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord. Okay, what does that mean?
It's like, who are we to the Most High? Like, if you're trying to compare yourself to the Most High, you're nothing. Like, understand the power and the might of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave you life, take it away. He has all power. Who do you have?
Right.
Just to do and follow.
We have to continuously think of, okay, Lord also could be out of wine, right? Okay. Could be Yahushua Mashiach. When you come into the truth, you have to constantly be thinking and denying yourself, because Yahushua Mashiach continuously denied himself. Yahushua had no rib. You feel what I'm saying? Yahushua had no children. Right? But there was points where Yahushua said, what did Yahushua say? The foxes have holes, the bird have nuts. And the king of Israel, the son of man, has nowhere to lay his head. When you come into the truth, don't think about relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Just what you tell a trooper. Your Quadazai just recently got his name, Mosiah Christ. Brothers had just been raised up. And I'll be truth. Look at like now you got more work. Okay? Now it's more work. Now it's no time to relax. Now it's constant work of the Most High. Constant. No sleep. Constant fighting. Constant this. Constant that. That's what humble yourself is. Because, like you said, you nothing compared to Yahushua Mashiach. You want to think of Yahushua Mashiach. You want to think of the men that sacrificed above you. And you want to be conscientious of, damn, what am I talking about? What am I doing to where the Yahushua, he gave his life? What the hell am I talking about? This should be light compared to that. Dying on the cross when he didn't have to do it. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Commanding General Yahanna, we bring it out. We talk about it all the time. Sleeping in basements. All right? Traveling from city to city with no money. Finding brothers in the city. And brother, join the truth. And that's the couch he's going to sleep on. All right? Humble yourself. That's humility. Being humble is thinking of those that are greater than you in rank, especially Yahushua Mashiach. They had nothing. And the things that you had it's frivolous compared to these brothers and these men. And he shall lift you up. What does that mean?
It's kind of like you bigging up yourself. Oh, I'm awesome in what I've done, of course, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, you know what I'm saying, will do that for you or to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was an amazing thing that, you did, Captain Zaniah. Captain Zaniah doesn't have to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what he did. Other brothers will speak highly of you. Other brothers will speak of, the work that you're doing. He'll lift you up, of course, stuff. If that's the right context.
Yes. Okay. And then it's not necessarily other brothers. How is it done in ISUPK? Brother said, he shall see your needs and provide abundantly. Okay. Yes, we do have to think we have constant debt to the Most High and to our people. That's correct, brother. Perfect. How's it done in ISUPK? You might get a rank raise. Or like you said, you'll get recognition. Okay, by commanding General Yahanna and the generals. All right, you'll get recognition in here because you're humble. And because you're humble, that is when you'll get your recognition because you keep doing the work. All right, that's how the Lord works. The Lord works through commanding General Yahanna and the generals and the men above you. That's how the Most High works. Okay. Okay. And when he sees your needs, always have it in your mind that this is not the Christian church. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, Sawab, but you want to think of it too. Like he might see your need as he gives you a slavery, right? He give you a slavery, okay, so that you can buy bus tickets to go break ground in other cities. That's what the Most High is like. All right, okay. He sees that like, yeah, let me get you a slavery just so you can pay money, so you can hop on a bus, you don't stay on that bus for 4 hours and break ground in that city. That's the Most High. All right, okay, and those other matters too. All right, okay. Keep going out. Verse 11.
Speak not evil one of another.
What does that mean? What does speak not evil one of another? Go ahead.
Don't be like the other people.
Okay. How so? Speak not evil one to another.
Be equal as them.
Sawab says not to slander. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, kind of the same thing, but it's like I believe this is also another Jeremiah breakdown.
Absolutely.
It was like
Because Commanding General Yahanna has every breakdown. Go ahead.
it was like speaking of the wicked that like Cleflo Dollar or T.D. Jakes is doing is not speaking evil. They're saying those brothers, you know, because there was no personal fault. They're saying there's no personal offense, you know, against me and that brother, right? But like if you offended me and I spoke ill or I spoke evil of you to tarnish your name, tarnish your reputation, that is what it's referring to. Is that correct? Like I'm offended by something you did, you know, and instead of taking it and dealing with you, I speak to another brother about.
Well, this wouldn't be necessarily like that, the counsel aspect of it, or him and him alone. This would be the person that made the offense initially. You understand what I'm saying? Speak not evil one of another. This is the first person saying it. This is stopping it from it ever happening. Speak not evil of one another. Right? You're right, but I'm saying like you were saying it like, okay, this brother said something evil to me. So in return, I'm going to tell another brother something evil about this brother.
It's like if I could, it's like
I get what you're saying. I'm saying the brother that's speaking evil from the get. That's what this scripture is about.
saying,
don't do it at the beginning. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
Yeah, right. Like that what you're bringing up is like more like the counsel aspect of it. Don't go to that brother. Go to that brother and say that he offended you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. Now, let's cut Christianity out of this. Speak not evil one of another. What is this saying? The brother says slander. Good. When I say cut the Christianity out of it, what will a Christian try to do or say? What will a Christian try to say about this? And this is why, in the truth, this is why you're always constantly checking yourself. You're reminding yourself of who you are. You're reminding who died. You're constantly fighting the spiritual battle within yourself, not to have the demons jump on you, okay? Because Christianity was taught to us all, fed to us all from the womb, all right? Go ahead, Woman, you was about to say something?
That's like it. You're saying can you repeat the question one more time, Dr. Michelle?
I was just saying, cut the Christianity out of it. And what does this mean? Verse 11, speak not evil one to another. When I say cut the Christianity out of it, what will Christians try to do? What will happen to you with that demon trying to convince you? Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. I'm gonna just read it real quick. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. A lot of times what happens is a brother say something to you, and because you have to fight the demon, and the demon is succeeding in you, you think that the brother is saying something evil. All right, I'm saying that off the top because speak not evil. A lot of times the Christian might look at this and say, damn, he was speaking evil. That's evil. That's wrong. I can't say nothing on Instagram, Facebook, social media. We can't say anything, can we? We have to put the letters WT to refer to as white, right? Or we might have to put, I'll put YHT, or I'll put the white man, like I spell out like it's a name, the white with the last name man, MANN. You can't say anything. You can't say anything to a woman. You can't say anything to a man. Why? Because everything is wrong and evil. Okay. Speak not evil is talking about speak not evil. All right. I just wanted to clarify that because we got to understand what evil is talking about. What's evil? Go ahead.
So like saying, for our brothers and sisters to separate, saying from the other nations, that's not evil. But Christians will say that's not love.
That is evil. Right. That is evil. To them, they're looking at that's evil. Or if you say, yo, why y'all dancing like that? Y'all half naked dancing in the street like that? Like y'all having sex with clothes on. Brother, they just having fun. It's just part of their culture. Why you always got to be so negative? That's you speaking evil. They think we're speaking evil. Okay? I see stuff and I just go, damn, my mind be like, damn, there's nobody know what evil is. Like nobody knows what wrong is. So I'm just saying that when it says speak not evil one to another, brethren, what is that evil talking about?
It's like, is this still referring like specifically to brothers and sisters of the truth? Or is this it in general?
Brothers and sisters in the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay. Speaking evil is speaking evil. Right? Saying something wrong to that brother or to that sister. Straight up. Okay. All right. Just straight up. We'll be saying something offensive, okay, to a brother. All right.
It's like
excuse my language. Talking to a brother, you a bitch ass nigga. That's just straight evil to say to a brother, to a sister. Since you's a straight hoe, you's a hoe. You still dressing like a hoe, you must still be a hoe. That's evil. That doesn't make any sense. No, you're saying to somebody, that's your family. You understand? Go ahead, I was about to say something.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, we can use words like, we'll say double time. We're saying, just instead of like hurry up, I'm saying it's, move faster, move with a sense of urgency, move with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's being kind, say to a brother, hey, double time out here. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to pick up the speed, you need to pick up the pace or whatever.
Okay.
That's a kind way, when there's a way that you can say that.
Or you could just say, yo, you fat, you overweight, man. You real slow. You can't move, right? What's wrong with you? That's wicked. That's evil. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I say, there's a way you can say hurry up. You know what I mean? There's a way you can say, like what you said, double time, and you can say hurry up. Hurry up, we gotta get there. You know what I'm saying? Or hurry up, we trying to get this done. All right. And double time, and you explaining what double time means, just like what you said. Okay. Or you could be okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like you're really pregnant, she walking kind of slow, and you're like, I don't got all day. Like, man, that's messed up. Right?
That's true. Or Salaki, you might not be pregnant. Right? She wanted to look at y'all went somewhere for her to look at something. She wanted to go to the mall. What she want to go to the mall for? So she can look around. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, is there another way too? Is there a responding way? Because we talk about it. I know we hear it as rank going down. And I was talking to a brother one time. Okay. I was talking to a brother one time. And I was saying it's also for those going up from the lower to the higher as well. But a lot of times you hear the breakdown, you'll hear the breakdown from this brother who has a rank, and he'll say something, and you'll hear that breakdown like, okay, he should say it like this. And I was telling the brother, right? And I was like, brother, you should think too. Do you ever do or say something that going up? It's going up, but it's not. It's wrong too. And you got to sit and you got to think like, concept. I see that. The breakdown. It usually always go to one particular way. Okay. Like if we talk about Eve. Okay, so we can talk about Eve and it go this way. She can speak evil against her husband or act evil towards her husband, and it can be also the other way. Okay, it could be the husband being evil towards his rib. All right, so you always want to keep that in mind too. That it goes. There is no male or female. There's no juke, no agree. This law that we have is for all of us. The law, statutes, and commandments. It's for all of us. Okay? We all have to abide by them. All right? Go ahead, Hop.
James chapter 4, verse 11. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judges his brother, speaking evil of the law.
What does that mean? What does it mean that he speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother? What does that mean? That means he can't judge his brother? Does that mean he can't judge his brother? He can't say yes. Slakia, you're not supposed to do that. He don't say that to him. Mhm. Oh, Sapak. So judge, right. Right. That's brother's names. His brother's name Shapat, to judge. Yeah. It's Danyala. Okay. Judge from the Most High. All right. That's another word that means judge. Another name. Like his names that means to judge. Okay. So what is it saying when it says, he that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother speak evil of the law? What is that saying?
It's like where Yahushua gave the commandment, love the Most High with all thy heart, love thy neighbor as thyself, or love thy neighbor as thyself. So because you are speaking evil of your brother, because you know what I'm saying, like you're breaking the law, you know, like you're going against what we are supposed to do, how we're supposed to conduct ourselves.
That's
because
correct.
Your brother is in the truth. Your sister's in the truth.
Is the law spiritual? Absolutely. The law is spiritual. The law is physical and it's spiritual, right? Okay, like you said, you breaking the law by speaking evil to your brother and judging him on it. That's being a hypocrite. So you basically going against the law, like the scribes and the Pharisees. Okay, like what you was bringing out earlier, like the scribes and the Pharisees. Or Yahushua is saying there's a spirit behind the law. All right. Brotherhood is the spirit behind the law. Okay. All right. I'm not just going to say, you smoke cigarettes? You're a filthy, disgusting piece of crap, yo. You really do that? Yo, you horrible. I should tell my brother that he's wrong for smoking cigarettes, but tell him we gonna fight it together. We'll fight it together, brother. We're gonna find a way to get you off them cigarettes. You're gonna stop smoking them cigarettes. Come on in these classes. You're gonna stop smoking them cigarettes. We got you. That's the brotherhood of the law. That's the spirit of the law. That's you speaking evil of your brother. You want to speak evil of your brother and then be talking about the law. Your brother is not doing nothing wrong. You doing it wrong. Okay? And judgeth the law, but if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. What does that mean? What does that mean? But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. What does that mean?
Salakia. Is it like what we often say, you know, when it comes to the police, you know what I'm saying, how they act and move as if they have all authority. I am the law. You know what I'm saying? They're not keeping the law. You know what I'm saying? They're doing whatever they please. And then things like, no, I make the law. You know what I'm saying? This isn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think I was seeing something where the chief of police was like, what you gonna do, arrest me? I'm the chief of police. You gonna call the police, you know what I'm saying, to arrest me, you know what I'm saying, for what? You know, drinking and driving? I'm gonna arrest myself, huh?
Right.
You're like, you're judging and taking the law and now twisting it to your benefit and desire.
That's right.
And it's kind of like that respectful person kind of thing.
That's correct, Sawap. Absolutely. Yep, that's correct. That's true. Okay. You go around saying everybody got to enforce the law when you don't keep the law. Okay. All right. Police officers, they rank high in buying prostitutes. Okay, they get all the DWIs. All right, they criminals at the finest. But also look at it like this too. What if you do keep the law in the letter of the law? In the letter of the law. What do I mean when I say the letter of the law? What does it mean to follow the letter of the law?
It's like it's more so like just the face value of it.
Yes.
Instead of the aspect where Yahushua was teaching, like the spirit behind it, though.
That's right.
You had those who were just like, oh, adultery,
Yes.
put everybody to death.
What did Yahushua say?
He went up sin, cast first stone.
Yeah. What did he say though about adultery? He said something specific about adultery, because you can be a doer of the law, meaning the letter of the law. All right. Meaning you deal with your brothers looking for them to do wrong. You going to beat up with the brothers today and I'm looking to see which one is doing wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Why is that? Why would you do that? That means that you're not a doer of the law. You should be having in your mind, this brother can do that. He good. He gonna have it done. It's good. It's good. You have to think in the spiritual aspect of the law, not just being the doers of the law, but the spirit behind the law. Right? Adultery is wrong. Sleeping with another man's wife is wrong. Yahushua said, but if a man looks upon another man's wife and lusts after her, he's broken that law. Okay? You have to gas the spirit behind it. All right? You got to be dealing with your brother. All right, brother. You got to deal with him like a brother. The spirit aspect behind it. Okay? Go ahead. You was about to say something?
It's like it's the part in which that like for example, General Yahanna was giving me Will Smith, saying Chris Rock, breakdown. It was just like, first off, Will was wrong, saying, for even going back to the first place. But in order for Will to truly understand, Chris Rock needs to, have sex with Jada. And Will then understand, that what he did, he should have never did. He'll now understand like that pain and suffering of course stuff. So by getting the understanding of the law, it's not like it's like what Jeremiah said. I'm waiting to walk into a restaurant, to find someone, with some sister, some witch, whatever, eating shrimp. It's not that he's looking to go catch you do that. He doesn't want you to do that. Right. Because that is an embarrassment. That is not what you should be doing. Right. So
but that is a different breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. When General Hyman said that, I believe him. I believe he's looking. Okay. Because that's a different breakdown. There is parts to the scriptures where you're weeding out. All right. The weak have to be weeded out. Okay. All right. And there's parts of that breakdown. Okay. But in this breakdown, like you were saying, it's the aspect of not following the law yourself, okay, or not understanding or having a grasp of what the law means. All right, for brotherhood's sake. This is about brotherhood. Okay. And I'm just saying that General Muhammad is more like a father in the sense, like, all right, he does the brotherhood, but he also looking for the bad in his son, to discipline his son, to get that out of his son. Okay. All right. Verse 12 out.
James chapter 4, verse 12.
Mhm.
There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Who art thou that judgest another?
What is he saying?
Like,
This verse, this verse parallels with that one other verse in Romans 14.
God.
Okay, it's not the same exact breakdown. However, that connects with Salakia. It's because I had this on this screen.
God.
That's how I go. The water.
It's like,
But it's yeah. This verse parallels with the humility, being humble, because who are you compared to Christ? Okay, go ahead.
it's like, I was just going to mention, like in this particular case, though, like when a woman that was caught in adultery, the Al-Shai could have, judged and put her to death.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could have, shown mercy, as he did.
Mm-hmm.
So he was without sin. You know what I'm saying? He was, that one that was without sin, of course.
That's right.
And it made the other that was there have to look and reflect on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Now, what does it mean, for us in the truth, for us in the ISUPK? Remember, I was saying, okay, how you said, General Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
Coming to a restaurant. He's looking for you at a restaurant with your rib eating shrimp. Okay. What does it mean in the truth? That door going close. What does it mean in the truth? So I've said, it's what Jewish people do, be judges of the law, which is why they think they have to fill in the blanks with more specific laws that are added on to existing commandments. That's correct, Sawab. Yeah. Okay, Jewish people, they come up with all types of ridiculous when they try to read the law. But that goes into them not even, the Bible is not for the Jewish people because they can't understand it. Okay, laws are not for them. They don't know what the law. They're like the Arabs and other Edomites. They don't know the law. They can't break it down. Okay, so they'll read it and really think that this is what this means. Just like the other Edomites read, it's a serpent in the garden, and they really think it was a snake going like this in the garden talking to Eve. All right. Go ahead, Oh, that was it for verse 12, right?
Cut off.
Okay. I think I was saying something about General Muhammad. Okay.
Cut.
What does this mean for us in the truth, though? Okay. Like how you brought up the example of the woman that was caught in the act of adultery.
Right.
Right? Okay. Okay. Don't put that in your mouth. Zion. The woman that was caught in the act of adultery, you got that? Okay. But now, like I was saying about it coming from a lower rank to a higher rank, why would General Muhammad do that? Compared to if General Muhammad came across, the reason why I'm saying General Muhammad, I'm just sticking to your example, right? What he brought up. General Muhammad came across a sister, right? That's a harlot. Compared to you and the truth. When I say you, I mean a general you.
So like,
Mhm.
would it be more so that, you know what I'm saying, we should know and understand how we should conduct ourselves?
Right.
As in a harlot, I'm saying, you know, she don't know what the hell to do.
That's correct.
She's doing, you know, what she believes, of course.
So what happens when you don't conduct yourself in a particular manner?
You become like a stumbling block, you know what I'm saying, for not only those in the truth, but those that are seeking to come into the truth.
That's true. But we talking about General Muhammad. What did you just do?
Give way, you know what I'm saying, to the truth.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean give way?
So that's
If we talking about brotherhood,
yeah. It's like you're going to allow, you know what I'm saying, something that you should not allow. You know, since I'm not about to sit here and, you know, while you stuff your face with that nonsense, it's absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to turn a blind eye, you know what I'm saying, while, you know, you go ahead and do that. General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, is going to do the same thing. He's not going to, hey, what the hell?
sit over there.
You know, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you go get a check
Why?
because you're not keeping the law.
That's correct. But why? But why would you get checked on it? What did you do? What class is this?
Brother,
Okay.
you feel so, brother.
You offended him.
Come.
You offended General Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying?
Come.
Man, you offended him. He walks into a restaurant. You're his brother. You're UPK. And he sees you with a female eating shrimp at your table. You offended him. You understand what I'm saying? Because he taught this, or he's saying this. This is the law. This is what we believe in. And I dedicate my life never to eat shrimp again. Okay. So I'm just using that example because you can offend your brother that way. All right. Okay. Just like Yahanna Shai. All right. We have to look at Yahanna Shai is not physically on the earth. So we have to look at Commanding General Yahanna in the sense, like, I'm trying to say it to where they don't edit it and be like, this nigga say Commanding General Yahanna is Jesus Christ. But to have that brotherhood and respect about rank, you understand that Yahanna Shai left him in place. Okay? So because Yahanna Shai left Commanding General Yahanna with the authority, he has the authority. So when you read the scriptures about us offending Christ, you offend your brother who has the authority. You offend your brother, man, who has the authority that Christ gave me over you by you breaking the law. Okay, and that's against the brotherhood. All right. So this is two powerful precepts for the brotherhood class. Two powerful scriptures on brotherhood. All right, and they more so on in the truth, in the school, in the ISUPK. Okay, and this is why it's so important to look at yourself first. Okay, look at yourself first. You always want to be, oh man, what is that precept? Say that again.
It's like a light, an example.
Yeah.
Not underneath the table.
Right. You always want to check yourself to see if you're doing something correct or wrong. All right. You want to hold yourself accountable. What is it? There's a precept. Well, basically it's saying you have to hold yourself accountable in order to obtain a crown.
Okay.
Strive every day. You gotta like strive every day. What precept is that? What precept is that?
First Corinthians 9:25.
Which one is that at?
In every man,
Oh, the brother got it. Go ahead, yeah. So what popped it up at the same time you said it?
okay. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I was looking for. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. Read it one more time out from Slakia.
1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
For every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. What does that mean? What does temperate in all things mean?
It's like,
Right.
it's kind of like saying like about your wits, about, you know what I'm saying? Like you're mindful in what you do.
Mm-hmm. What does temperate mean? I can grab it. Temperate, relating to or denoting a region or climate characterized by mild temperature, showing moderate or self-restraint. Okay. And every man that striveth for mastery is temperate in all things, meaning you are constantly restraining yourself. You're constantly going to your own mind, to your own flesh, checking yourself. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. What does that mean?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm. Please,
Like there are positions of power and rulership, you know what I'm saying, here, you know, in this society that will corrupt us. But it's like in the church, you know what I'm saying, how they will take the law and they will bend it. They'll take the scriptures and they will bend it to their will and their desire. Whereas in this truth, you know what I'm saying, you cannot do that. It's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
That position of power, that position of leadership, that position of rulership comes with the responsibility of being steadfast to, you know, the law, statutes, commandments that the Most High.
That's true, but here it's just saying the corruptible crown and incorruptible.
Mm.
Right. A trophy. You get a trophy for winning the Super Bowl. You get a ring for winning the Super Bowl. But what happens? What happens when you die? What happens? You're gonna die with a Super Bowl ring on your finger. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna lay there like this. You're gonna be in a casket, dead, and it's just this big Super Bowl ring on your finger. What the hell that mean? That means nothing. Ours is incorruptible, meaning in the kingdom of the Most High, in the kingdom of heaven, you will be known. They're gonna say, "Don Wongabar? Oh man, Officer Don Wongabar. Yeah, we remember when you took cities. You say right here, you done took 7 cities. Right, it don't perish. your crown will always be known. Okay? Paul is always known. John, Matthew, Mark, they always known. Andrew, all these brothers in the Bible, Elijah, Elisha, David, they always known. They have a crown that's uncorruptible. Keep going. Incorruptible. So like it. Verse 26.
1 Corinthians 9, verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Not as one that beateth the air. Okay. Who's one that beats the air? Boxer, right? Boxer beats, he's going to beat the air. What does that mean if he keeps beating the air? What happens if a boxer is beating the air?
It's called shadow boxing.
It's called shadow boxing. That's a good one. Okay. Now, what if he's fighting against somebody and he's beating the air?
Is it like he's kind of beating himself?
He's beating himself. That's true. That's more so with the shadow boxing. That's a point right there. That's a heavy point. But if he's boxing against somebody else and he's beating the air,
It's like it's someone that's improving upon themselves.
No. Sawab got it. He's not winning. He's tiring himself out. If I'm fighting against somebody and I'm beating the air, what's happening?
Oh, you're not landing.
I'm not making any connection. What's the point? Right? Okay. This could look good as hell. Oh, this look good. This is what I said about that martial arts. When I got into the truth and I heard about Hebrew Academy, I was like, yeah, this martial arts stuff is for that. Why? It's in the name. My brother told me, he said, what? That? They call it martial arts. It's an art form. This is nothing. They do this all day and night. Yeah. Okay. This means nothing. This don't do nothing.
Step back.
Right? If you get into a fight and you doing this right here, if you doing this and they fight, hey, it's martial arts. You doing nothing. You hitting the win. I'm hitting the win right now. I'm hitting the win. It's not progress. That's it. So what? There's no point in it. Read verse 27.
But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection.
But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. Brotherhood, striving for mastery, looking for rank, all that first happens with you subjecting your body. You can't do nothing else until you subject your body. You got to think, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing it wrong? What's the law say? I'm doing this wrong. I can't be a brother if I can't subject my body. If I can't control myself. I can't follow Yahawashi Mashiach. Can't be in the truth. If I sit there and go, man, them days was good when I used to eat shrimp. Ooh, wait. I used to cut the shrimp up nice, cut the tails off, clean it out nice, and put it in the butter skillet. And give me some Alfredo pasta and mix it together with some butter and a cream sauce. Oh, subject your body. You sound weak. You sound soft. You sound like you can't control nothing because you can't control yourself. I talked to some Gadites, man. I remember in 5th grade, my teacher was a Gadite. And she used to tell me stories about how Gadites used to be when they became warriors. She said we used to get them when they was young. They would get them when they were young and 11 and 12 and 13. She's like, you guys' age. And you take them out in the forest when it's cold and have them do things, climb trees in the freezing cold, leave them out there, see if they can find their way home. Give them tools and weapons. See if they can fight back. Gadites was warriors. They warriors, man. You have to subject your body. All right? You get out there and you go, it's Israel. That's Israel. That's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's just too cold now. It's just too hot. Remember, we left Egypt. Oh, man, the salad was good over there. We had cucumbers and fish. Moses, you brought us out here, man. Moses like, damn, you can't relax. They complain about every damn thing. The water is too warm. The water is too cold. Subject your body. Go ahead, verse 27.
First Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
What does that mean? When I have preached to others, go ahead.
It's like it's kind of like talking about it's talking about, like, for example, being a hypocrite, basically.
No. He's saying the opposite.
It's like, what I'm saying is, like, if he's telling other people, what they should not be doing, of course, though, but yet you're doing what you tell others that they should not.
Right.
So he's having himself under subjection,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that he's having the discipline not to do the things that others are doing, that he's telling them that they should not be doing.
Right.
So you should not be out there teaching brothers and sisters when you yourself are not doing as you should.
Mm-hmm. Just looking for a definition. They keep showing all these damn movie clips. Paul uses the perfect word when he uses castaway. This class is the Brotherhood class. All right. The objective of the truth of coming into this body is to be a brother. Right? And you subject your body, right, for the reasons that I myself should be a castaway. Like the woman said, you're going to be a hypocrite. But not only will you be a hypocrite, castaway means a person who has been shipwrecked and stranded in an isolated place. You don't come in here to serve yourself. You subject your body to serve others. That's the whole point. Okay? You subject your body, you change, you become a master of your talent, of your craft. What? To fish the brothers and sisters out of the world. To grab them and bring them out of the fire and bring them into the truth. That's your whole point and purpose. Understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Captain Tazariak has a talent with his oils and body butters and soaps. He has a talent with that. And when people buy it, and they're not in the truth, They keep going, where does this stuff come from? What is this about? And utilizing that, not so that he can be an individual, but that he can bring his brother and his sister into the ISUPK, into the truth. All right? That's the whole point of this. Why would we want to be like Yahweh Shai Mashiach? Who did Yahweh Shai Mashiach die for? Who did Yahweh Shai Mashiach die for?
Us, Israelites.
That's it. Israel. Israelites. Okay? So your purpose is for who? Who are we for? Who are you for? So what's your purpose?
To die?
For who? Or to live for who?
Most High.
Right? For Israel. Very good. That's brotherhood. Okay? All right. With that, pass the class over, please. And officers, I want to go. Shalom, Israel.
ISUPK security announcement. Where ISUPK started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Underneath the leadership of Commander Yahanna, root for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to show themselves for the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After this 6-month period, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, through 10 from Hebrew, my Aishara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have Saturday, June, actually it's like it, we have Sunday, June 12th at sundown, Feast of First Fruit. All right, Feast of First Fruit. So make sure you make arrangements, you know what I'm saying, with the city near you. Saturday, June 25th. Saturday, June 25th is going to be Commander Junior Yahanna and General Hyman. In Canada, there's going to be the camp at Doomba Square. And then, of course, the Fallstead Community Center for the class from 4 to 7. Sunday, June 26th is going to be the kickback. That's going to be at Humber Bay Park East. Let's not forget, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest Barbecue. That's going to be July 21st through the 24th. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, check the bulletin board at the back. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing our black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, one courteous salute to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amaju, Shabbat, Amaju, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. As a Matah, hands down, Saul, one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amaju, Shabbat, Amaju, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alathah by Hashem Yahushua. As a Matah, hands down, class dismissed.
Pizza? Yeah, I like pizza. I like this type of pizza. This type of pizza is
What kind of pizza?
yes. You sure you want that? Can I see it? No, it's cool. frosted.